Imagine working a job so boring, so mind-numbingly repetitive, that you could literally do it with your eyes closed. Sounds awful, right? It's the kind of job that makes you question your life choices. Well, what if I told you that a job just like that could be the key to unlocking financial freedom and stability for you and your family? Stay tuned, because today, we're diving into why you might actually want a really boring job and how it can benefit you. Yes, you heard that right, boring. It might just be the best decision you ever make. By the end of this video, you might just rethink everything you thought you knew about work, money, and success. It's time to change your perspective. Before we get started, hit that like button if you're intrigued, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our future content. Let's dive in. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. A boring job sounds like a trap. Who wants to spend their life stuck doing something that feels like a never-ending cycle of monotony? But here's the surprising truth. Boring jobs often give you the freedom to make more money than exciting ones. Let's unpack that. Think about the jobs that everyone thinks are glamorous. The influencer life, the startup grind, the fast-paced tech companies. They sound fun and exciting, right? But behind the scenes, they come with huge pressure, stress, and constant uncertainty. You're always hustling, always trying to stand out in a crowded market. And let's face it, that's exhausting. On the other hand, boring jobs are steady. They're predictable. You don't need to compete with anyone for attention or recognition. Your focus is simple. Show up, do your job well, and go home. And guess what? That stability is exactly what allows many people in these boring roles to accumulate wealth over time. Let's dive deeper into why this happens. First, boring jobs often come with a fixed schedule. This means you can plan your life around your work, rather than the other way around. You have the time to pursue side hustles, invest in your education, or even start a small business. The predictability of your job allows you to take calculated risks in other areas of your life. In contrast, those glamorous jobs often demand all your time and energy. You're expected to be available around the clock, which leaves little room for anything else. The constant hustle can lead to burnout, making it difficult to maintain a balanced life. And when you're burnt out, your productivity and creativity suffer, which can impact your earning potential. Another advantage of boring jobs is the lower stress levels. High-stress environments can take a toll on your mental and physical health. Chronic stress is linked to a variety of health issues, including heart disease, depression, and anxiety. When you're constantly stressed, it's hard to focus on long-term financial goals. Boring jobs, with their lower stress levels, allow you to maintain a healthier lifestyle, which in turn can lead to better financial decisions. Let's not forget about job security. Boring jobs are often found in stable industries like healthcare, education, and government. These sectors are less likely to be affected by economic downturns, which means your job is more secure. In contrast, glamorous jobs in volatile industries like tech and entertainment can be highly unstable. One market shift or company restructuring and you could find yourself out of work. Job security is crucial for financial stability. When you know your job is secure, you can plan for the future with confidence. You can save for retirement, invest in property, and build an emergency fund. This financial stability allows you to take advantage of opportunities that come your way, rather than living paycheck to paycheck. Now let's talk about the financial benefits of boring jobs. Many of these roles come with benefits like health insurance, retirement plans, and paid time off. These perks can add up to significant savings over time. Health insurance alone can save you thousands of dollars in medical expenses. Retirement plans, especially those with employer matching, can help you build a substantial nest egg for the future. Paid time off is another valuable benefit. It allows you to take breaks and recharge, which is essential for maintaining your productivity and mental health. When you're well rested, you're more likely to perform better at work, which can lead to promotions and raises. Over time, these financial benefits can significantly boost your overall wealth. Finally, let's consider the long-term career growth in boring jobs. While they may not seem exciting at first, many of these roles offer opportunities for advancement. With experience and dedication, you can move up the ranks and take on more responsibilities. This can lead to higher salaries and better job titles, further increasing your earning potential. In conclusion, boring jobs may not have the glamour and excitement of other careers, but they offer stability, lower stress levels, job security, and financial benefits that can lead to long-term wealth. So, the next time you find yourself dreading the monotony of your job, remember that it might just be the key to a prosperous future. Embrace the predictability, leverage the stability, and use the opportunities that come with your boring job to build a secure and wealthy future. After all, sometimes the most unassuming paths lead to the greatest rewards. You might be thinking, I don't want to be stuck in a cubicle all day. The thought of spending hours in a confined space, surrounded by the same four walls, can feel suffocating. The monotony of the same routine, day in and day out, can be daunting. It's easy to see why the idea of a cubicle job might not appeal to you. The lack of variety, the predictability, and the absence of excitement can make it seem like a prison rather than a place of work, or doing the same repetitive tasks. I get it. The thought of performing the same actions over and over again like a cog in a machine can be mind-numbing. Repetition can drain your creativity and make you feel like you're not growing or progressing. It's natural to crave variety and new challenges, to want to break free from the cycle of sameness. The fear of stagnation is real, and it's something many people struggle with. The idea of being bored out of your mind is, well, boring. It's not just about the lack of excitement. It's about the feeling of wasting your potential. When you're not engaged or challenged, it's easy to feel like you're not living up to your capabilities. Boredom can lead to a sense of dissatisfaction and a lack of fulfillment. It can make you question your choices and wonder if there's something more out there for you. It sounds like the opposite of a fulfilling life. A fulfilling life is one where you feel engaged, challenged, and satisfied with what you're doing. It's about finding meaning and purpose in your work. When you're stuck in a job that doesn't excite you, it's hard to feel fulfilled. You might start to feel like you're just going through the motions, waiting for the day to end so you can go home and do something that actually interests you. But here's the issue. We live in a culture obsessed with excitement. Everywhere you look, there's a push for more excitement, more stimulation, more action. From the media we consume to the way we interact with each other, there's a constant pressure to be doing something exciting. It's as if being busy and constantly stimulated is the only way to prove that you're living a worthwhile life. This obsession with excitement can make it hard to appreciate the quieter, more mundane aspects of life. Social media tells us we need to be constantly doing something that stimulates us, keeps us busy, or makes us feel important. The curated lives we see online are filled with adventure, success, and constant activity. It's easy to fall into the trap of comparing our own lives to these highlight reels and feeling like we're not doing enough. The pressure to keep up can be overwhelming, leading to stress and anxiety. We start to believe that if we're not constantly busy or doing something exciting, we're failing in some way. But that kind of constant stimulation can be a trap, leading to burnout, poor decisions, and a lifestyle that drains both your energy and your bank account. When you're always chasing the next big thing, it's easy to lose sight of what's truly important. The constant need for excitement can lead to impulsive decisions and a lack of long-term planning. You might find yourself spending money on things you don't need, or taking on more than you can handle, all in the name of staying busy and stimulated. This can lead to financial stress and a feeling of being overwhelmed. So, we end up rejecting the boring job in favor of the exciting one, believing that the excitement will lead to success. We think that if we're constantly stimulated and engaged, we'll be happier and more successful. But excitement doesn't always equate to fulfillment. Sometimes the most exciting jobs can be the most draining. They can take a toll on your mental and physical health, leaving you feeling exhausted and burnt out. It's important to find a balance between excitement and stability, to recognize that sometimes the quieter, more mundane jobs can offer a different kind of satisfaction. But in reality, many of us end up in financial chaos, all while chasing after the next big thing, never really stopping to think about the long-term consequences. The pursuit of excitement can lead to a cycle of spending and stress, where you're constantly trying to keep up with the latest trends and experiences. This can leave you feeling financially unstable and anxious about the future. It's important to take a step back and consider the long-term impact of your choices, to find a balance between excitement and stability that allows you to live a fulfilling and sustainable life. Now let's talk about the boring job itself. Many people dread the idea of a monotonous, repetitive job, but what if we told you that this could be your secret weapon? Imagine a job where you don't have to constantly stress about meeting high-stakes deadlines or impressing your boss every single day. Instead, you have a predictable routine that allows you to focus on other aspects of your life. Think of it like this: stability is a superpower. In a world where everyone is chasing the next big thing, having a stable job can be a blessing in disguise. It provides you with a steady income, which is the foundation for financial security. With this stability, you can plan your future without the constant fear of job loss or financial instability. If you have a boring job that pays decently, you can use that time to work on other things that generate wealth, like side businesses, investing, or acquiring skills. For instance, you could start an online business, invest in stocks, or even learn a new skill that could lead to a higher-paying job in the future. The possibilities are endless when you have the time and mental energy to explore them. The goal here is to build wealth without draining your mental energy. A boring job allows you to conserve your mental resources, which you can then allocate to more productive activities outside of work. This way, you're not just working for a paycheck, you're working towards a better future. If your job is mind-numbingly boring, it means you don't have to overthink it. You can go through your tasks almost on autopilot, which frees up your mind to think about other things. This mental freedom is invaluable. It allows you to brainstorm new ideas, plan your next steps, and even daydream about your future goals. You're not constantly stressed about what your boss thinks or trying to climb the corporate ladder. Instead, you can focus on doing your job well enough to keep it, while dedicating your real energy to your personal projects. This balance can lead to a more fulfilling life, where work is just one part of your overall happiness. Instead, you're free to focus on other revenue streams or personal growth during your off hours. Whether it's starting a blog, learning to code, or even writing a book, your boring job gives you the time and mental space to pursue these passions. Over time, these side projects can turn into significant sources of income, or at the very least, provide you with a sense of accomplishment and personal growth. A boring job is like a stepping stone, giving you a steady income while you're quietly working behind the scenes to improve your financial situation. Think of it as a safety net that allows you to take calculated risks in other areas of your life. You can experiment with different investment strategies, start a small business, or even go back to school to further your education. And let's not forget, once you've saved up and invested wisely, that steady income can allow you to retire early, invest in real estate, or even start your own business without worrying about bills. Imagine the freedom of not having to work for someone else, of being your own boss, and of having the financial security to make your dreams a reality, or even start your own business without worrying about bills. The key is to use your boring job as a foundation, a stable platform from which you can launch your dreams. So the next time you find yourself bored at work, remember that this boredom is actually an opportunity in disguise. It's a chance to build a better future, one step at a time. Let's get real for a second. When you work a high-stress, high-demand job, the mental toll can be overwhelming. Burnout becomes inevitable. But a boring job? Well, the more boring, the less mental effort you have to spend on it, and the more you can focus on what really matters. Here's the kicker. While everyone else is working long hours in a high-pressure job, you could be taking advantage of the free time a boring job gives you. Use your mental energy wisely and invest in learning, creating, and growing. You'll have the freedom to live life on your terms without being tethered to your job. Think about it. Boring jobs provide the financial stability without the mental strain, giving you room to play the long game. Do you have a boring job? Or maybe you're thinking about taking one? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your perspective. And if you're not yet subscribed, Don't miss out on more insightful videos like this one. Hit that notification bell so you're always in the loop. Let's look at a few examples of people who found wealth through boring jobs. 1. The warehouse worker. You might think working in a warehouse is dull, but for one warehouse worker, that boring routine allowed him to save up enough money to buy his first rental property at 28. Fast forward 10 years, and he now owns multiple properties, all thanks to his steady, boring job that gave him the time to invest in real estate. 2. The office administrator. A woman in an administrative position spent her boring days filing paperwork, but after hours, she focused on building her online store. Over the years, that side hustle grew into a full-time business, and she eventually left her office job behind. The key? She didn't let the boredom distract her. She used it as an opportunity to save money and grow her business. At the end of the day, boring jobs may not be glamorous or exciting, but they provide something far more important: the ability to build wealth steadily and securely. If you're willing to embrace the boring, you can use it as a tool to unlock freedom, whether that's through investing, learning new skills, or just saving up for your future. So, next time you're thinking about rejecting a boring job in favor of something exciting, remember this: it's the boring, stable jobs that often give you the space and time to do the things that really matter. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. And as always, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.